Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and welcome to Hypixel SkyBlock Ironman. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of starting this profile. I was sitting right here in this chair, I believe. Not in this chair, a different chair, same spot though. And I decided that I missed the no contraband, no help from anybody else gameplay style that got this channel to where it is with the solo profile. A year prior, I had essentially ended the no contraband rule. I just lost interest in the game. I figured, you know what? I think it's time to start enjoying this game again. And oh boy, I was not aware of how insane of a journey that I had started at that time. It is actual insanity. Like, 3 years of my life have been dedicated to not only SkyBlock, but Ironman specifically. Get your I was here comments out of the way. This is an important day for me, and we're gonna spend the first little while of this stream showing off everything that I've done, how far I've gotten, and what's left. And I have an interesting little milestone I'm gonna hit to celebrate 3 years. The timing is scarily perfect.
Hi, you forgot to record a segment for the code. Use code 30virus at the checkout at the Hypixel store if you want 5% off. It helps the channel out a lot. We appreciate you. Sponsor block. Hey, I see you doing that every video. Stop it.
I just want to show you guys though. This is me 3 years ago. Look, it's in the same room. Except now I have a beanbag chair and a piano that I never used, but I want to someday. And back then, this 30virus was highly criticized for claiming he was endgame when he was not. There was a lot of items he was missing, a lot of progression that he had not done yet, especially dungeons, and he was frustrated yet again with what other people thought of him. So he decided, you know what, it is time to prove the haters wrong and actually become endgame for real and actually get to a crazy spot in progression that not a lot of people have gotten to. And look at the views. 800,000 views on the first episode, dude. That's insane. 3 years after the fact, my hair even looks kind of similar. I almost look exactly the same, except I was a little bit stronger back then because I was just off my workouts and I need to get back into it nowadays. But anyways, I want to jump scare you a little bit. Have you guessed what the milestone is that we're going to hit today? I think before we get into that though, we should show off. And specifically for this stream, I had to sell a ton of crap in the sacks in order to get back over 1 billion so I could do real damage with all of my stuff. So where do we start with the bragging rights, man? I think I've earned this. First of all, /playtime. 7,943 hours of playtime. Let's math that out real quick. Hold on, I'm curious. That is an average of 7 hours every single day, 7 days a week. That is a 50-hour work week, and that's not including any of the coding work I've done on the side. That's not including titles and working with Fezzi on thumbnails. There's a lot of things missing from that. It's realistically more like a 60-70 hour work week. You really have no social life. That is correct. So let's get all spec'd into combat. First of all, 1,817 magical power. That is near max. I have every single talisman in the game except for the one in Backwater Bayou and a couple small upgrades. Like, we are 160,000 charge away from maxed out pulse ring. I need to get the Kudra core, but other than that, I believe that's it. Oh, and the Emperor Skull talisman thingy. What are we starting with? I say mage. I don't think there is mage equipment anymore post foraging update. That's sad. My 500 million Midas staff. So despite all my progress, one of the few areas in this game that I have not maxed is Kudra. So we're gonna run our Storm and Wither goggles today. But considering how ridiculous my magic power is, I don't think that's going to matter much. We're still going to have absolutely ridiculous stats. So let's max out entirely on intelligence. We're probably gonna need to buy 5 enrichment swappers. We're gonna switch all of this to intelligence. Ability damage 6%, which by the way is maxed because of the scorched power crystal minion fuel. Very good. And of course, a 200 million coin Minos relic golden dragon pet. And we have a refrigerate 5 helmet, by the way, which means we get a ton of defense for using mana. And let's do a damage test in the Crimson Isle. Almost level 500 without Aurora is crazy. I know. How much damage did I do with a Hyperion? I did not even see the number. 3.5 million damage. Whoa. That's insane. How about Midas Sword or Midas Staff? Wait. Wait a minute. There's no way the attribute update was that insane. Is that 11.3 million? 11.1 million damage? That's disgusting. Can I just like evaporate Blade Soul in like 5 hits? Oh, now it's not. Wait, you have defense. That's only 1.2 million to you. And of course, if I wanted to, I could just do this. Goodbye. That damage is ridiculous. I was expecting a high number, but not 11.1 million, almost 11.2. I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna hit like 7 mil. That's wild. Even against a spider, 11.1 million damage. How much health does a Rev T5 have? Yeah, this is with Storm Armor, by the way, not even Aurora. Like, what? You don't take mage damage. An Enderman T4. I've never tried a mage Enderman T4 before. This might be horrible. No, Abby phone? Old habits die hard. You know what? As practice, I wanna help this guy with his. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wait a minute. I have a boss somewhere. Uh-oh. I actually have no idea where my boss is. There was no boss. The game just 80 hits. Wait a minute, hits phase. I didn't consider this. No. There we go. That's much better. Oh. That wasn't too bad. He's doing like no damage to me while this is happening. I'm skipping the damage phases extremely fast. This is very scuffed without summons, I will say. I'm really just testing the waters. I'm not even like tryharding right now. Goodbye. That wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie. That damage is ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, so you can do it with a hype. There it is. Let's move on then. I have hyper-maxed Mastiff Armor. Except for growth 7, but we don't talk about that. All 20 perfect gemstone slots filled with ruby. Let's see how much health we can get. If I were to switch to crit damage, I already have a setup for this. Magma Lord Gauntlet, Scourge Cloak, and then 2 pieces of Molten. So the necklace and bell? I think 110,000 HP in the hub. And if I were to use a Ender Dragon pet, 137,000 HP almost with Mastiff Armor. That is insane. And if we were to go even farther with it, 140,000 HP. I think it's far more impressive in the hub to have 140,000 HP. I bet with Lonesome Miner it'd be over 200,000 HP. But just with Mastiff Armor and Pooch Sword, let's go back to Crimson Isle. That's 2 million damage with melee attacks. 2 freaking million damage with Mastiff Armor. It's much higher. It is much higher than Midas. If I were to switch to, for example, Crimson with Midas Sword, it's only 1.5, bro. I mean, we could go to Dwarven Mines and then use a Mithril Golem. 150,000 HP. So it'd probably be 250,000 with Lonesome Miner. How much damage do I do with this? Again, Mastiff Armor. Something you get in the early game that just infinitely scales with MP. Is doing 2.5 times the amount of damage required to one-tap a ghost. And then if I were to switch to Golden Dragon, it's actually almost exactly the same. It's 2.7. I know I can reset the tree, but I don't want to break my current mining setup. Do you really want me to? You know what? Fine. Kind of broken now. You wrecked my heart of the mountain. When did I get a combat XP boost? We now have Lonesome Miner, which gives strength, crit chance, crit damage, defense, health, 27% as a matter of fact. And then we swap to Mithril Golem, 237,000 HP in Mastiff Armor. That is how high my stats are. What is that? 6 million damage? 7.5? What is that? Oh, I have combo on it. Oh, it's just gonna get even more crazy the more kills I get. I did not know Mastiff was capable of that. That's ridiculous. That was almost 8 mil that hit. Is this fabled? No. I think we've sufficiently bragged enough about magical power. Like, that was... Okay, one more. I don't think it's going to be as insane, but let's do my Crimson, 3/4 Crimson with Warden Helmet. That's my Blaze Slayer setup. Hurtful, all tuning points on strength. We go to the Enrichment Swapper. I would probably put it on Magic Find, but... Oh, it's already on crit damage. It's stupid. What would I smack things with? Probably my Midas Sword if it's not a Blaze, right? right. This is a 250 million coin gilded Midas sword, and it's got a good few T7 enchants on it. No, T6 enchants. It's not, the enchants are not there yet. I put most of them into the blaze daggers, but it should still be plenty for our damage test today. Of course, we switch to Greg. We then put on my Vanquish equipment set, which gives me 10% stats on the Crimson Isle. 4-star, I know, I need the gold essence. All right, we're not maxing every single possible way. Still 2.5 million damage though. 2.5 million damage to a magma cube. That's not bad. That means I can one-tap a smoldering blaze without using the grapple. There's nobody here. Oh, hello. Goodbye. I don't need no grapple for you. Goodbye. Let's see if my damage is any better on a blaze with, is it Death Ripper? I think it's Death Ripper dagger. 2.8, so slightly better. Where's your giant sword? Pretty sure 250 mil Midas is better than a giant sword, so we don't need that. I do have one though. I think it's time to move on from magic power. A quick and easy flex would be my fishing stats. Could technically put my enrichments on sea creature chance, even though I don't need to. Rod of the Sea, Hellfire Rod, switch to Flying Fish. Granted, this is without even touching the Backwater Bayou Island. Magma Lord, 388.7 fishing speed. And then Sea Creature chance is 117.9 without Marina. 5 double hook chance, 73.5 trophy fish chance. I would imagine would be better with the trophy hunter set. And 8.7 treasure chance. No hooks, lines, sinkers, none of that. And we still have way over the max stats other than double hook chance. We are going to be taking advantage of this later because I do want to get that last level with Backwater Bayou. And also I have flash 5 on Hellfire, flash 3 on Rod of the Sea. I have the 5 wet books on Hellfire. I have 2 on Rod of the Sea. So nothing is 100%ed. I already showed off 3/4 Crimson with Warden. I already showed off the Mage set. I also have a Terror set that's not really that great because, again, not a lot of Kudra. Maxed out Devon armor, had that for freaking ever. The gemstones took ages. Underrated armor set, in my opinion, Glossy Mineral. Not really much of a flex, but you should definitely have it. This stuff is insane. Fermento armor. My Fermento armor is Pest Terminator 5. It has all perfect gemstones, of course, with Rancher boots, recommed, all that. I've already shown my farming stats like 100 times, so I don't need to do it again. But it's like 2200 farming fortune for every crop in the game. Especially if I like look at like Melon Dicer here. Look at this thing. Cultivating 10, all perfect gemstones. It's even got hot potato book, fuming potato books on all the axes. Oh, dedication 4 on most of the farming tools, by the way. Anything that has a counter on it, for example, wheat, 100 million wheat. We have that stat boost from, what is it, logarithmic counter collection analysis. 100 million on a wheat hoe, by the way, is insanity. Carrot, it's like way over. And the reason why, by the way, is half the drops are seeds. So you only level it up for wheat. Carrot hoe is way over the 100 mil. Potato is also way over the 100 mil. And of course, it has dedication 4, cultivating 10. Every single thing has cultivating 10 except for the pumpkin dicer, which we're probably gonna get it there. Even the cactus knife, netherwort hoe, fungi cutters maxed out, the worst farming tool in the game except for cultivating. But this is for pest farming. And of course, infinite vacuum hooverist with 2 perfect gemstones. We have so many perfect peridot gemstones. Mouse mat, sprayinator, all that good stuff. I'm able to get like max bonus pest chance. Oh yeah, which that's what biohazard armor is all about. You can't really see it behind my big fat head, but we've pretty much hyper maxed the garden except for Backwater Bayou again, the portable whatever the mushroom thing is, and warty bug from the attribute update with nether warts. But again, I'm giving myself credit, those are too recent to be reasonable to max out right now. But every other thing I have contributed to Carolyn, including the fine flower. Baker hasn't shown up yet, but that's like a 5-hour grind. Why fumings on biohazard? I thought it'd be funny, so I would just have a stupid amount of HP. Oh yeah, hot potato books, fuming potato books is on pretty much everything except for the things that like literally don't matter, like the mining sets and fermento. I've even got it on Magma Lord. I also have a renowned Legion 5 Sorrow set, recon, max magic find armor set, and the helmet is over here. somewhere. There it is. I also have a crown of avarice, or avarice. I don't know how you say it, which ends up having like 0.4 less magic find, but it collects scavenger coins. It's leveled to 20 million coins for now, but my goal is 100 million and maybe someday a billion. And it will have the combat stats of Warden Helmet without the speed penalty. So it's even got Transylvanian 5 on it. I didn't flex this enough with the fishing stuff. Full Gill Splash armor with Frozen Amulet. Getting this on Ironman is such a pain. You know what else is a pain to get on Ironman? The 1-5 on my Magma necklace. And I have Cayenne 5, Prosperity 5. The whole set has Cayenne 5, which means Wooden Singularities. Thank you, Foraging Update, for making that reasonable. Of course, all maxed out, recommed, even 10-starred, actually. That's stupid, but I did it. Obviously maxed out pest hunting gear, all squeaky, green thumb 5, 8 green thumb 5 pieces of equipment for the farming stuff. And not to go back to that, but like 11,000 garden visitors, maxed out composter. Like I said, garden is maxed, like essentially. Like there's so many hours put in a garden. Oh yeah, I have a full Bobbin Time 4 submerged frozen blaze set. That I'm gonna be using with Backwater Bayou for sure. This is great. It's a great fishing armor set despite not being made for it, but it just so happens to be great. Of course, we just maxed out our foraging stuff like long ago, and a maxed out abyssal set, except for one perfect gemstone on the helmet, but we ignored that. Koopa 5, Spirit Mask. This is a flex apparently now because the price exploded. 500 million. I've got a Reaper armor set too. Haven't really used it. My dungeon gear. Look at this diamond Necron head. Legion 5. It's got 5 Master Stars on it. Hecatomb 10. Growth and Prot 6. Rejuvenate. Transylvanian 5. Hot Potato Book. Fuming Potato Book. The Art of Peace. A very special dungeon helmet is correct. You don't even have to recom it, but I did just for the fun of it. Of course, paired with it is half Necron armor with Legion 5. All perfect Jaspers, but we also have Maxor boots. This is all Master 4 stars. I know technically I'd have more damage if I were to use Necron boots, but I like the speed, okay? It's just the way I prefer to play dungeons. What am I using with that armor? My Turbinator. 5 Master Stars, Soul Eater 5. I'm pretty sure this is hypermaxed actually. It has Cubism 6, Dragon Hunter 5, Dragon Tracer 5, Flame Impaling, Infinite Quiver 10, Overload 5. Okay, it is missing Vicious, I will tell you that actually. Power 7, Snipe 4. It's even got Smoldering on it. And pretty soon, it's gonna have Duplex 5 on it. I have a whole second Terminator right here. And another maxed out book for a Terminator. So I'm as good as the second term, actually. Power 7, Snipe 4, again, Cubism 6. This is going to become my Soul Eater term, and then my current Terminator is getting Duplex 5. That's gonna happen soon. Oh yeah, my Daedalus blade. I prefer calling it a Daedalus axe, but whatever. Chimera 4, 2 perfect onyxes, Hot Potato Book, Fuming Potato Book, The Art of War. This one has a lot of T7s on it. It has Cubism 6, Looting 5. Okay, it doesn't have a lot of T6s. I think that's on my Hyperion, actually. When paired with a Golden Dragon, this is a ridiculous amount of magic find. Maybe I should flex the magic find. We'll use Crown of Avarice as well. Hold on. What is my magic find if I just go around killing things? What is this account, bro? It's 3 years of my life is what this is. Now, obviously, I can get it higher with certain Heart of the Mountain perks, or if I'm in dungeons. I want people to see what I could just get by playing the game and just running around doing my own thing. What's your fame rank? Dignitary. 100 election votes, 2.671 bits multiplier. I haven't spent that much compared to other players. There's some people with way more than me. 376 magic find with no trickery whatsoever. No swaps, no crazy perks, bestiary combo, just my default magic find 380, just killing things. Now with a bunch of other trickery, I could probably get that up to like 600 if I'm doing like a Spider Slayer. But you're just gonna have to take my word for it because we have a lot to go through in this stream. There is some equipment I could have used there. I just realized, like, Rift Necklace, that would have been 8 more magic find. 600's a little much, like 550. I do agree with the admins recently. They said that they're gonna make it so it's more like an inherent stat magic find instead of like, oh, if you swap this and throw this and put this down and do, like, that's just annoying. Chimera 4 is a huge flex on an Ironman. Eventually it will be Chimera 5 though. That is one of my plans. Plasma Flux isn't exploded in value since I got it. But I think it came back down now that we have flares. Oh yeah, dude, this dagger, and even the pyro chaos. This one has a lot of T7s on it. I tried to compensate for its lack of damage. Look at this: critical 7, giant killer 7, sharpness 7. But even the death ripper dagger, like, these are worth so much money. Perfect gemstones pretty much everywhere that they can go, except for things that I don't really think matter all that much, like whatever. What do they call this now? Halberd of the Shredded? I missed when it was an axe, bro. Oh yeah, this gemstone gauntlet's stupid. It has full max gemstones and a ton of combat enchants on it. I thought I was going to use this a lot more. Does it have scavenger 5? It does. I thought I was going to use this to get coins when they made that update so that it drops like gemstones or whatever, but it turned out that melee still sucks for money. Fire Veil, we got a Reaper Scythe with 3 tank zombies in it, of course. We have a gyro. We have a pretty maxed out Ragnarok axe, or Ragnarok. It could use a perfect gem, but that's like a difference of like 2 strength, so I don't really care all that much. It's got a power scroll on it. Of course, we got a Wither Cloak. You can't go without that. Wand of Atonement and Stone Sword. This one kind of sucks now, and Stone Sword. After some recent patches, it might not even be useful anymore, so I could probably put that in museum. This is my drill. Why did they ruin every axe just for Galatea? Yeah. They should have called the forging tool a hatchet. They should have called the axes for weaponry axes or battle axe, but that's just my opinion. We have a flow state 3, compact 10, efficiency 10. Okay, we could put experience 5 and fortune 4 on it. We're gonna get to that. The nucleus runs are on the way, and that's why it's not a divine drill. Paleontologist 5, that one was annoying. Prismatic 5, maxed out drill parts, of course. You would expect nothing less. I even have a Jasper drill that I used to use for swapping with the blue cheese goblin omelet, but that strat has kind of fallen out of the meta. It's technically better, but not by enough to matter. Efficiency 10 diamond pick. I've been using this to stonk in dungeons, but that's not going to matter in modern versions, so that, whoops. That tree cap is completely useless now, I'm not going to lie, but I still have it maxed out. Oh yeah, we have a Blaze Tech ham radio. That's a good thing to have. Enchanted clock. That's how you know I'm obsessed with the Rift. Oh, speaking of the Rift, I know I've already shown off my magical power, but like, bro, the Hocus Pocus cipher from Dark Auction, Bingo Relic. That is so much of my time right there, Bingo Relic. Oh, it's not gonna show up because I infused it, stupid. Right, I infused the Rift Prism as well. You can't see it. Oh, you know what's funny? I have 2 of these now. Blood Donor Artifact. On Ironman, by the way. All grinded for manually. Same with Future Calories Talisman. Am I obsessed? Yeah. Oh, and 2 Vampire Dentist Relics as well, but that's not as much of a flex. Oh yeah, Artifact of Control exploded in price since I bought it. I have a talisman that is worth 3.3 billion. 1.1 billion Hegemony Artifact. That one's so good. Maxed Pandora's Box. Master Skull 7. Relic of Power with all perfect gemstones, of course. Golden Jerry is very annoying on Ironman because of its time lock nature. Kudra Follower Relic's a good one. That one costs a lot of money. It's one of the few soulbound mythic talismans. It might be the only one, actually. Burst Stopper Artifact's a pain. We're so close to Mythic Pulse Ring. So close. I could probably get it this stream if I wanted, but we're gonna hold off because that's gonna be part of the Dungeons video. Relic of Coins used to be worth like half a bill, but not anymore. Magic 8 Ball is 300 mil. Yeah, the Pandora box is maxed. I got all the achievements done. What else is insane? I know some of the less rare talismans are still insane. Blood Donor Artifact took a year with a minion to get, and I did it twice. So 2 years of having a minion down for that. Oh yeah, by the way, the maxed out Abiphone. Now here's a huge flex against past ThirtyVirus. Past ThirtyVirus was horrible at dungeons. Current ThirtyVirus has 25,789 secrets on this profile. Say what you want about my skills, but that's crazy. Future Calories is probably the most annoying uncommon talisman. Well, recommed, it's uncommon. You know what I mean? And now I've shown off most of the equipment. It's nothing too insane, you know, just a Master 4-starred entire dungeon set. I have a Gauntlet of Contagion here, but on the next page, I have my Soul Weaver gloves, of course, 4 Master Stars on those as well. Oh yeah, this was really annoying to get now that I think about it. It's like Sapphire Cloak, Jade Belt, like the Gemstone armor set, I guess you can call it, or equipment set. We also have a Titanium set for if I wanted to do some other ore that's not in Crystal Hollows. 8 Green Thumb 5s. So stupid. This is all work in progress stuff. I already have the materials for a T12 fishing minion, but we just gotta wait until Year of the Seal. Working on the stuff for my skeleton keys. Pendant. Pendant of Devon, right. We've even got enough heavy gabagool to make another day's worth of minions, which, by the way, I should probably... Yeah, I've been running Inferno minions, but a big flex for an Ironman. 7,000 chili pepper collection. We're getting pretty close to habanero tactics, actually. And with Derpy coming up, I'm actually going to put epic fuels in every Inferno minion, except for the middle three, which I'll put legendary. And we should build up enough gabagool to keep these three in the middle fueled consistently for months. So I'm looking forward to that. I will have to collect the minions twice a day, though. That's going to be annoying. But for now, I have to put some epic fuels just so that we can continue fueling the middle three. Legendary fuels, they burn more than they create, whereas the epics profit pretty well. Pretty much every item that requires a vertex, we either have crafted or have it saved up, except for the minion. That's the only item that needs more vertexes. For an Ironman profile to have this many vertexes is kind of crazy. Not kind of, it's like ridiculous. When you're eating Reaper Pepper. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We dropped one of these. I will eat one IRL. We just have to wait. Stupid amount of amalgamated crimsonite as well. That is probably more impressive than I'm letting on. That's like over 2 years of minions going for producing like various... Yeah, we have even more amalgamated crimsonite. Everything's laid out to finish Blaze Slayer crafts, like all of it. This is like hundreds of millions of coins of amalgamated crimsonite. Recent one. Dropped a primordial eye after 19 kills, and the value's only been going up. It started at 200 mil, now it's 260 mil. All trophy fish diamond. The Odger quest is done. We have a 5th master star floating here, 3rd judgment core, implosion and wither shield, a year 420 new year cake. I dropped a Necron die, and we have our first Mandra. Hopefully we can get more of those as time goes on. What is that, like 5 backpack slots completely full of summoning eyes? That's gonna be the second Terminator video. I mean, this also goes without saying, but we have maxed all skills except for social. That's embarrassing being a YouTuber. We gotta fix that at some point. Technically, the only skill we haven't actually maxed is the catacombs, but we're cata 49 and halfway to 50. That is 2 days of M7s. One really dedicated day if I were to try to do it in one day. The reason I've had the island turned off for so long is because it messes with the Inferno minions. I should probably recommend staff fix that, no? Cata 49 and halfway to 50. We're so close to max catacombs. Now, this video is not meant to be, oh, 30virus' endgame. This is showing how far can you get after 3 years. I should have said this earlier. It's been an hour. How far can you get on an Ironman in 3 years? All collections maxed out except for Chili Pepper, obviously, and boss collections. Haven't touched Kudra, again, because I was waiting for the attribute update, which turned out to be a really smart play, so W me, I guess. Mangrove is at 8.4 million out of the 10 million maximum to get the max benefit out of Jade Dragon. 1 billion gold. That's not relevant anymore because the Golden Dragon perk was nerfed to 100 mil, but it's still an insane flex. Like, only 100 players at the time have gotten that far. Now in position 111. I'm actually placed in Cactus collection. Here's all the farming collections if you're curious. Over 1 billion melon, 124 million mushroom, 164 million wheat, almost 500 million sugarcane. That's kind of crazy. We are so close to 3 billion gemstone collection. That's wild too. I'm placed in magma cream. That makes sense. 3 million ender pearls kind of difficult to get in an Ironman. 2 Terminators worth of pearls. Like, people underestimate the cost of a Terminator and pearls, but it's a lot. Like, I had to go out of my way to kill Enderman for that. Even after Enderman Slayer 9. Chemo vibe. I've got 850k. That's not bad. Oh, I haven't shown off my pets, bro. Obviously the Minostrella Golden Dragon, but we have a second one with a dwarf turtle shellmet on it. That's 1 billion coins worth of just raw coin. And then if you include the actual like XP on them, that's like another 500 mil probably. All the gemstones, another 200 mil. That's stupid. I even have a Jade Dragon. It's not fully leveled yet, granted, because I just got it. Got a 50% foraging XP boost on it, but it won't be long. And again, with that 10 million mangrove, we're gonna get the max perk there, which is sick. That one's stupid for an Ironman. Getting radioactive vial is such a pain. There's no RNG meter for it. It's pure chance, and you have to kill so many Jarvises. Legendary Ender Dragon with a plushie on it, but not just that. A second legendary Ender Dragon because it's an epic when I dropped the tier boost on it. I didn't buy the tier boost, I dropped it. Legendary Phoenix plus an epic Phoenix. I've dropped 2 Phoenix pets. Oh, here's a funny one related to Rift. I have a 4-eyed fish on my Griffin pet. I went out of my way to grind out a 4-eyed fish, which is, by the way, another pre-digested fish. Like the thing you buy in the Rift Shen auction. Anything else that's impressive here? The rest of these are kind of chump change, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Scathe the Pet, there you go. A legendary Scatha, that one's worth a lot. I dropped that one very early. It was one of the first RNGs I got on this profile. Mythic Enderman pet. Oh, Mythic Rat pet. That one's annoying. I had to get the rat jetpack from Shen's auction, right? But that wasn't too bad. Snowman. How many Ironman players have a mythic snowman pet, chat? My blaze pet, my first one I ever crafted was a legendary, so I didn't have to waste any more enchanted blaze rods. Which, by the way, I had like nearly 600 enchanted blaze rods at one point. That's where all the amalgamated crimsonite came from. I do have every pet though, by the way, except permacrab. And we have a mosquito that we're currently working on. It's rare right now. And frost wisp we have to upgrade. And Kudra. Oh, you know what's funny? There's a section for hunting recipes and there's nothing in it. That's a bit strange, Hypixel. So obviously level 499, almost level 500. Maxed out reputations in the Crimson Isle. Most of the consumables are done. There's still a few to go though. Maxed out the bank, community shop upgrades, only 3 contexts in the Abaphone left, all the harps done, including the 2 bonus songs. Dojo is maxed out. Fish family's max SkyBlock XP. Attributes were close in terms of XP, not in terms of effort. There's some really annoying ones in there, but we are pretty far along with attributes. Taming 60 was annoying as hell because of getting the first vertex, but we got it. We've unlocked most powers. There's a few more. I have a list. Yeah, all the skill related tasks are maxed, including farming. It just doesn't look like it. Fishing, I do need the ship parts though. And I do need a few tree gift milestones in foraging, but that's super quick. Maxed out mythological kills. That one was annoying. You can't see it behind my face, but maxed out mythological kills. Very annoying. Bestiary, we're most of the way. Maxed out fishing festivals. That one sucked. Mining fiesta ores. This whole section's done except for the hoppity. Even then, we still have like most hoppity XP because we dropped 2 divines and most mythics except for 1. Dungeon tasks. Again, we are so close to Cata 50. We are so close. And I am not getting class average 50. Sorry, not sorry. Most of the fairy souls, most of the museum. Only like 2 minions away from max minions. We have 450 pet score. I don't even know if you can hit 500. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say you probably can't. So this is max pet score essentially. 13 magic find. Well, now you know, reviewing your own profile and showing everything takes about an hour and 20 minutes. I have 8,000 commissions. That's a kind of crazy one. I used it to level my second golden dragon. That's why. 8,000 mining comps. Oh, there's a big one I'm missing. I have a space helmet. When I said I was max farming, I meant it. How did I forget a space helmet? That's how you know this is ridiculous. Oh, I did the extreme bingo and I got the card. I did that twice, I think. 2 extreme bingos I have maxed out. The cake, the garden visitor, royal resident, max bingo rank, bingo relic. That one is insane. Kudra follower armor set. There's not really much to show off. All this missing crap is really stupid easy to get items from the Backwater Bayou. That's just update content I haven't touched yet, most of it. Some of it is new though. Like shriveled bracelets new. Destruction cloak I still need to get. Tiki mask is Backwater Bayou. Demon Slayer gauntlet. The primordial. I have the drop for it. I just need the mosquito things now. Annihilation cloak. SOS flare. There's only 2 armor sets missing and they're both stupid easy to get. Oh yeah, what's my museum net worth? Your museum value is 4.3 billion coins. I'm in the top 1,000 most valued museums in the game, despite having most of my valuables still on my person. Here, you know what? Let's actually pull up the Sky Crypt. I think now is the time, finally. Look at how beautiful all these max skills are. Now, luckily, we've already gotten through most of this, so I don't really have to show off much more here. But as you can see, 50 billion coin net worth. 50 billion. 10 bill in the ender chest, 10 bill in the accessories. Oh, almost 12 bill actually. Personal vault, it says 75 million? Really? What do I have in there? In sacks, I have 7.3 billion in net worth. Oh, I don't think this is a flex. This is it. If anything, is kind of depressing. If I go into the sacks here, this is one of the most depressing things to see on an Ironman profile. And I'm about to explain why. If I go to my calculator app and we were to take the bizarre instacell of 232.44 times 1,000, and then we were to multiply that by 12,182, that's 2.8 billion coins worth of refined mineral that I cannot sell. That is so incredibly depressing. That is so much money. I need it so bad. You know, if I could just extract 2 billion, screw the 800 million, just 2 billion. I could max out Jacobus. I could have all the coins I need for Kujikis. It's so sad. It is so sad. One thing that would have been a flex had I not ruined it yesterday, I actually sold quite a few nether stars. I had nearly 6k, but I sold like 4,000 of them to get money, which, by the way, the NPC sell price is 10 times lower than for a normal profile, and I sold like 4,000. This is still enough to get all the Kujikis I'll ever need in my life, but like, oh, it's so depressing how much money that is in the sacks. Oh yeah, nearly 1,000 heavy pearls, by the way. That's kind of a flex. There's some weird things that happen in Ironman profiles. Same with enchanted titanium. It was nearly 6,000, but I sold some just so I'd have over a bill today. I think we're done flexing, chat. So now I think it's finally time to give myself a gift here. Level 500 in SkyBlock. So my enrichments are a magic find. Let's change that to sea creature chance. We have 2 other enrichment swappers, actually 4. Whoops, kind of overpaid there. Overbought. Let's switch to a fishing setup. It is time for me to go to Backwater Bayou and get a bunch of stupid easy XP. And we're going to catapult ourselves past level 500. And we're going to pass Zach Plays It. Sorry, buddy. It's finally happening. I think I have to speak with you. Fisherwoman Enid, my buddy Captain Baja. Fish up the ship engine. Is that considered treasure? It's the first treasure. Okay, so in that case, we need to have the hunter armor. Diamond hunter armor, by the way. Got some pretty sick stars on it. All right, this should make it so that we don't fish up sea creatures. Such overkill for what we're doing, by the way. So the first treasure we get is the engine, which means this should be like a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay, I have to talk to Captain Baja. Where are you? He gave me fish bait for some reason. Now, before we set off, you should make sure you've brought some starter equipment. You don't have to worry about me. Backwater Bayou. This is the first time I've ever seen this island. This island is so small. That's adorable. Look at how small this island is. That's so funny. I waited this long because I wanted to make a video about Bayou, but seeing how small it is, this is great filler material for other videos. I'm gonna be real. Somehow we've gotten 10 SkyBlock XP so far. We need to get the last level here. Yeah, and that system's gonna have a bunch more islands, by the way. There's going to be other little islands. I'm hoping the Pirates Atoll is one of them, or Archipelago, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, okay, so Angler, that's an upgrade to Angler armor. That's museum item, and it costs rusty coins. These are stupid cheap in terms of net worth value, so they can't be that hard to get. And travel scroll. So this, and we even have an equipment set. Okay. Also, there's fairy souls here, aren't there? So hooks, lines, and sinkers are not required to use a fishing rod, but they give you stats from what I understand. They're like drill parts, basically. All treasure found while fishing with this rod part is replaced with junk. Oh, so we are definitely gonna need hunter armor then. Interesting. And here's the other thing. There are sea creatures here, and they give bestiary. Ever heard the fishing hotspot? All X number of minutes, it'll shift where the hotspot is, and you get special stuff like sea creatures and whatever. 5 XP from the quest. Let's go. Now, who do I give all of the leftover pre-update items to? Is it Roddy? And let's convert all this into new items. My auger rod. That is so sad. You don't get the ice back for it. So many phantom rods, so many shredders, prismarine, speedster, chum, farmer rod, yeti rod, ice rod, convert broken rod, festive sinker. Oh, I'm gonna have so many of these. Can I NPC sell them? No, probably not. I was not aware that this was gonna just give me a million challenging rods. That's annoying. The auger rod, this one hurts. Icy sinker. Wait, it had a perfect aquamarine on it? Oh, that's so perfect. Chat, remember how I was flexing full abyssal armor except for the perfect? There it is. Now it's maxed. Oh, that was confusing. That's a whole other rod of the sea from my auger rod. Maybe it's not useless. Maybe I could have it with like a different configuration of hook, line, and sinker, honestly. I was expecting it to give me more stuff for that. How about farmer rod? Just a challenging rod. Okay. Phantom rod. Phantom hook, yeti rod, another icy sinker, chum rod, chum sinker, speedster, speedy line. Oh, we're getting so much free stuff. Prismarine. This is getting confusing very fast. So much in the museum right now that we could do. So now we are at 22 out of 100 XP to get to 500. 7 new items for museum. Ooh, that got a good chunk out of it right there. So that's dealt with. We also got 2 things here. I got this from enchantment table or experimentation table, and that is the octopus tendril, which increases spiked hook by 1, and the gold bottle cap, which increases luck of the sea by 1. Spiked hook I could probably put on the hellfire. Yeah. I guess I didn't contribute the junk sinker to the museum, did I? Boom. Now, do we have speedy line? I guess we could use, unless there's a better line. How common are the coins? I feel like if we can get coins pretty quick, that's gonna be helpful. Boop, and boop. That's 5 XP. Pop a squat and listen up then, buddy. I don't like the way you talk. Just get the talisman first. It makes everything easy to get. So we need rusty coins. How do you get rusty coins? I'm using the junk sinker now, so hopefully that should increase my odds. Actually, hold on. There we go. This will help with bestiary, so that's more SkyBlock XP. Oh, there's a banshee. So I guess banshees drop torn cloth rarely is my assumption. Or they're just poison sample. Is that the hell? That's the rain slime drop. That's actually kind of rare. How did I just randomly drop that? A rusty coin. There we go. 32 of those and we have the talisman, right? Use abyssal armor. Why? Oh, treasure chance while underwater. Oh, but that gives sea creatures though. I don't like that. Treasure hook. There's a necklace that makes it so you can only catch treasure. That's what I thought, but I need a name. I'm horrible at finding these things. How cheap is treasure hook? Ooh, that's worth money. Yeah, we can't just get that. Yeah, I have 6 rusty coins. That's not bad at all. I think we're gonna have to use hunter armor for now. How far along are we? We're halfway. Can you only get rusty coins here? Or is that when using the junk sinker? Does this work everywhere is my question. Because if it does, then I could go to that spot on Galatea that doesn't spawn sea creatures, and then I can use abyssal armor. But would my chances be worse there? Ooh, busted belt buckle. There we go. That's something. You can get it everywhere actually, but sinker and talisman give treasure chance on Bayou. Everywhere but junk is more likely to be fished in Bayou. If what you're saying is correct, this is why people are complaining about the flex bones because they couldn't get it or it made it stupid rare because of the junk. Junk is a separate loophole than treasure. You cannot get flex bones with junk sinker. There's a common hook. You can definitely craft it. It's cheapo. We have 22 rusty coin. So what's the goal? What are we getting first with these? This is 16 rusty coins for Backwater. Let's just do that. That's some easy XP. All right, you know what? Let's not do that right now, but I am going to do that. I don't want to waste my coins too early on. Would it be a good idea to do the Galatea cave with abyssal armor right now? Is there any pushback on that? Because I could get more treasure chance that way. This fire, I'll be watching the video. Like, come back to SkyBlock. I'd say there's no better time than now. There's so much new stuff. And it's, like, not that grindy by comparison. It's still... The attributes can get a little grindy towards the end. But, like, it's so much more reasonable. So, in other words, yes, I should go to Galatea Cave. My treasure chance is 18.7% with max fishing speed. So, 18.7. Now, just being here, 18.7. So, it's the same. I switch to this. 21.2. 21.2. Yeah, so this is better. But the junk sinker gives 10 treasure chance while on Backwater Bayou, but if this place gives the same, which we already proved, technically better to be here because of the full set bonus with abyssal. Once I get the talisman, it would make sense to go back to Backwater Bayou by 2.5%, but for now, right? Because it gives 5 and the armor gives 2.5. So this is like only gonna matter until 32 coins. We're at 26. So this strat won't last long. Once we get 6 more coins, then we just head back to Bayou. A Verdant junk cast? Is that what chat's saying? What happened? Yeah, good junk cast. You caught a Verdant shard. We're calling a fish junk. That's a belt buckle. And that's it. Junk talisman. There it is. Grants 2.5 treasure chance while on Backwater Bayou. And now we can go back to Hunter. Oh, I gotta recon this. Oh, there we go. Nah, don't. No. No, actually, I refuse. You know, now that I think about it, I refuse. I'm not going back to Jacobus right now. I literally cannot afford it without going under a bill. It's not happening. Screw you, Jacobus. Now that we have an uncommon talisman that was, what, 5 XP? Yes. 48 more to go. So we already have speedy line. We do not have stingy sinker yet. That's a museum item. Ooh, hermit crab could be interesting. Ooh, travel scrolls XP. I almost said money. We have 3 belt buckles. Okay. I think we should probably just upgrade the talisman. How long do you reckon you'll continue with this profile? If the game stopped updating today, I'd probably max out in like 2-3 months. That's kind of perpetually where I've been, and they keep launching updates, which like pushes it back. But like most of the long grinds are done. Hence why I'm showing off so much in this video. Yeah, once we get that belt buckle, then Oh, like that. There we go. We can upgrade the talisman. That's more SkyBlock XP. It's going to be like 3 more. Junk ring. Junk artifact requires old leather boot. I'm assuming that's a bit more difficult to find. I should probably go for a hermit crab next as well, with the coins, because that's more SkyBlock XP. It's an outstanding junk cast. If I miss it, yell at me so that I'll know to upgrade the talisman. And busted belt buckles, 8 of those. We get the travel scroll as 15 XP. We've got to be getting close. I mean, yeah, I think emergency scenario, like I can't get any more XP. We're just gonna kill mobs and get the bestiary with Frozen Blaze. That'll be so easy. Would you say is your favorite update ever added to the game? Not in terms of progression, but in terms of fun. I did like glacier tunnels a lot, but honestly, it might be foraging update. There might be recency bias, but that update really brought SkyBlock to a new level. Finally, after years of the game being like dead, like it really brought life back into the game. And the long-term Crimson Isle was great, but I mean, the attributes getting removed or changed was kind of, you know, problematic in terms of that update, and the performance was horrible when it launched. So in the long term, I think Crimson Isle was one of the most important aspects of this game, but not Garden. I hate Garden. It's one of the worst updates this game ever got, if not the worst update. It might be worse than the catacombs. Oh, hey! Oh, that's SkyBlock XP right there. It's a Moby Duck. Consume this to boost your fishing wisdom for 60 minutes. Keep it in inventory to increase the bonus. Oh, it's an aging item. Well, I got the time pocket, so I can put that right there. So I can't get the XP now. I would hate Garden a lot less if the grind was like a quarter as long or less. I'd say even less, like a fifth as long. Gimme bestiary. Wiki tiki. I don't even know what the hell just happened. I just knew it was important. You got boot? Wait. Did I? Where? Oh, I did. I got old leather boot. Let's go. So junk artifact, huh? Boom. Let's freaking go. Epic talisman. That's like the easiest epic talisman ever. That is another 4 SkyBlock XP, I think. 5. How many belt buckles do I have? We need 2 more. And then we get the travel scroll, 15 XP. Get the hermit crab? True. Let's do that. Hermit crab. Ah, I see. There we go. How many coins do we have? If we have 32, then I think we can convert the entire angler set. No, we don't, but that's fine. We can do that later. How much does upgrading hermit crab cost? It takes rusty coins, but let's use enchanted clock. Uncommon. You need sample for orb. Oh, that's convenient. That's really convenient. 2 levels are coin, then belts, then old leather boot for legendary. How many boot? It's just 1? Ooh, that's like 20 something SkyBlock XP for a legendary pet, isn't it? We only need 35 more XP. 8 belts for epic. Okay, that's not bad. Another belt buckle. We have to have 8 by now. Yes, we have 9. Okay, travel scroll plus 15 XP. Yep. We only need 20 more XP. 3 more coins so we can upgrade the pet again. Do I get the pet upgrade or do I contribute to the museum? I don't know. All right, 1 more rusty coin. There it is. You know what? I have decided I'm going to upgrade the armor just so I can get it out of my ender chest. 8 slots of the ender chest. Disgusting. There we go. That is 32 coins. Then we can just boop. Plus 6 SkyBlock XP. So next, another 32 will get us the pet upgrade. I guess we'll go for the belt buckles for another upgrade after that. And if we drop 1 more boot, we have legendary, and that's probably close to enough to get us beyond the threshold. Would I even get 10 more SkyBlock XP? I don't think there's enough fairy souls available. I'd have to hold on. Oh no, I can. Okay. If we just get the ones from Bayou, we can get more XP. Oh, I see one. Right here. It's 1 in smokestack. That's 2. 1 in the hut under the fishing shop NPC. Around the edge of the island probably has some. Ah, that's 3. There's a tunnel under the bridge next to Hattie. Oh, I see. Ah, someone's fishing down here. Okay, 4. We need 1 more. Sewer pipe flowing from top lake. There are sewers here. No wonder there's so much junk. 5. Get back to max fairy soul XP. Boom. Now there is 1 more fairy soul I haven't gotten, I believe, and it's the one that's in that Dwarven Mines fishing spot. I haven't been there either. 4 more SkyBlock XP required, chat. We could get that right now with bestiary if we wanted. Or should it be the pet upgrade? I think it should be bestiary, honestly. Okay, that was 2 XP. You know what? I'm sorry. 3. Wait, that was it. That was it. Chat, we did it. Level 500. SkyBlock level 500. Hello, gamers. Oh, that chat message right there is clean. Level 500 Ironman. Anybody could just buy items and throw them in the museum. I grinded for all this. As much as I want to revel in this accomplishment for the next 10 minutes, there is one thing I need to do. I need to get one more. So, we are at level 500 and 1 XP. Now, if I go to Skycrypt, we have officially passed Zach Plays Ed by 1 XP. We did it, chat. We have officially won the battle. There it is, chat. We reached the milestone of level 500. All it took was 3 years. The only milestone left after this is endgame. That's the last one. There is nothing else I could brag about. There's no timelines that it's like, oh, it's 4 years. Like, no, it's gonna happen before then. Level 517 is when it maxes out. So, like, not doing another level milestone video. The next time we get together for a milestone video, it's gonna be endgame. With that said, I still have a lot of work to do. And if you guys want to see how much work it is, now granted, this is a little outdated. It doesn't have Galatea stuff on it. So adding the attribute grind, which is basically all that's left, is probably like, if I had to guess, another 100 hours, unless they nerf something. This is all that's left. As you can see, it's been about 2 months since I've updated this. To finish farming, I need to get the baker, which is going to take like 5 hours, not a day. I already have the 3000 fine flour. Fishing. We did Backwater Bayou, most of it. We got the travel scroll, quests, fairy souls, Abbey phone contact we need, the fishing tasks, Moby Duck. A few of these things we still need. Half of a catacombs level. Preferably some master stars would be nice. Kuja keys. We need the money for Kuja keys. Coins. Which hopefully Ironman W's will change the NPC sell price of some items and we can just get that for free. But we'll see. Nucleus runs, Devon drill, shattered locket. We need the coal for hypergolic fuels, which is roughly 200,000 sulfuric coal to finish the collection. We need to get Blaze 9. That's going to be easy work. The more challenging part is going to be crafting Annihilation Cloak, Inferno Minion T11, and Demon Slayer Gauntlet, Warning and SOS Flare, Legendary Wisp. That right there requires 3 or 4, I think it's 4 apexes, so that's gonna be tough. Kudra, basically the entirety of Kudra. I've scratched the surface with Kudra, so that's gonna be fun. And then other than that, we have a few dragon items, that'll be easy. Or a few essence shops need to be maxed, and Chimera 5. In total, 2 to 3 months. And there it is, chat. That is everything that is left. There's a few beast tiers I'm gonna ignore for obvious reasons. I guess that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.